What happens as you start to become very in tune with your intuition is you start to realize that there's no separating you from the environment, you from nature. Everything is one. And a big part of that is understanding that you have the power of the sun inside you. You have the power of the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind, the rivers, the ocean inside of you. And if you want that in a chakra version, the sun is the solar plexus. So if you see people who have tremendous amounts of energy, they can go nonstop. It might manifest in the form of people being very bubbly and charismatic, or people in their element when they have this sort of gravity to them, right? Where they're magnetic. That is the power of the sun working inside of them. And you can harness that, right? And so we live in a world that is purely a reflection of our consciousness. It's just delayed, right? And so that sun means a lot of different things. But number one, every time you see the sun rise, clearly you're alive. Clearly you have that energy inside of you so long as the sun is up, and the moon as well, and the stars as well. And number two, it's a reminder to us to be as sure of ourselves and as sure that our manifestations are coming to light in this physical realm, as sure as we are of that, as we are of the sun rising in the morning. So a high level of self-worth and an intuitive, someone who's really in tune with their intuition and with their intuitive energy, understands that their desires will manifest, and they're as sure of that as they are the sun will rise tomorrow morning. Harness the power of the sun. The way you do that is through deep meditation, deep hypnosis, and deep mind programming, right? Detaching yourself from society, from old folks, and spending a lot of time alone. In deep thought and deep meditation, you will soon realize, as your level of awareness rises, that you are not separated from the animals we see, from the trees, from the river, from the wind, from the sun, from the moon, and the stars. You, as consciousness, are experiencing yourself. And everywhere you look in nature, everything works together. Everything fits together. Nothing is disrupting each other. There's a gradual rise and there's a gradual crescendo and diminuendo of the sounds in nature. All of these things work together. The wave brushes on the shore and it pulls back. The stars do not interfere with each other. The planets have orbits that are perfectly synced, right? All of these things have always existed before math arrived and physics arrived. Those are just the languages we use to explain the wonderful universe we live in, to which we still cannot possibly comprehend. But what you need to know is that you are it and it is you. Harness the power of the sun. And when you start to do so, you will start to be able to sense things a lot more deeply. That is your intuitive energy. Intuitive energy is as much in you as it is in nature. And when you start to become one with nature again, you will start to become very in tune. And when the moon is up, this is why people act all crazy on their full moons. That's a fact. Go research it. When the moon is out, your senses are heightened and you are literally able to sense people whose energy you've been calibrated with. You're able to sense them. That's why these thoughts of other people pop into your head around the full moon, right? The sun as well. Like, the sun is directly tied with your ability to manifest, right? It's crazy how all of this stuff works and how much more powerful and magnetic you become when you start to harness the power of energy, the sun, the moon, and the stars. Follow for more.